Hey everyone, welcome back to the NA League Championship Series. Rivington Biz in the third here in the interview lounge with Lemon Nation and Sneaky. Cloud9 coming off another victory, 2-0 on the week, 9 straight. You guys are coming up on Dignitas's spring split of the 10-win streak, so looking to break that soon. Coming out with Vayne, you guys still made it the 28-minute average game with a late game carry. Why were you allowed to play Vayne this time?
It was pretty much a counterpick to Zed, because Vayne wins 1v1 versus Zed. Oh, that's not exactly the lane matchup in the beginning, but late game when Zed's trying to push, Vayne just destroys Zed.
And you guys totally didn't go for the Ashe Zyra. It was open and kind of went down a few times in laning phase, more than usual. What was the mentality after you guys kept getting hit up?
Well, we don't pick Ashe versus Zed, because she can just get destroyed by that thing, so we wanted to avoid that, basically.
What's the point of that? Why don't you just position better in that situation? Is it kind of inevitable for Ashe to just be hit up by Zed?
Yeah, if played right, Zed can fly over the arrow and dodge it completely and just destroy Ashe in an instant.
So did you guys expect that to be taken away from High this game and to go into the hands of Shifter?
Yeah, we did. They play a lot of Zed. We kind of expect them to know we play Zed as well and prioritize it very highly.
So Vulcan actually, Coast kind of plays the same guys as in the respect of Vulcan. They have the Zac, the whatever in jungle. That would be Meteos. Some of the top laners are shared there. Do you guys find that Champion Select is kind of harder against them than most teams, like it is with Vulcan?
I think Vulcan, it's a lot harder. They play a lot more champions than Coast does. Coast plays a lot of weirder champions, like Riven, a lot of unorthodox champions. They don't overlap with us as much.
And do you guys think it always seems to be at least 28 minutes. You have a team in their base. Is there something that happens at 10, at 15 minutes that you guys like to control somewhere on the map that makes this happen all the time?
This is dragons and towers, and we just know how to push and end the game.
Where does that come from?
Just solid team play, I guess.
We choose good mid-game comps, and we win mid-game, I guess. That's kind of what happens.
So would you guys kind of put an emphasis on mid-game altogether with most of your compositions then?
Yeah, mid-game is extremely important, because the team that gets all the dragons is the team that's going to win most of the games, and that's mid-game.
How do you guys usually try to prioritize that? Because lane swaps happen quite a bit, and you guys usually are on top. What's that edge on getting the mid-game composition and getting what you want?
It's all team fighting for mid-game, so choosing a good team fighting comp usually lets us get the dragons and lets us snowball from there.
All right, well, you guys are all about team fighting. Last question, facing off against Team Solo Mid tomorrow. Obviously, Reginald running that Zed today, and we saw what he did to Zuna's Ashe. So kind of the same things in mind going into that game?
Yeah, they're looking really strong TSM now, so they'll definitely give us a run for our money.
Yeah, I'm glad they're back, too.
Oh, all right. Very cool. Well, you guys, good luck against them tomorrow. Good luck for TSM against you guys. Really gunning for the top of the league again, looking for Dignitas's win streak at 10. You guys have 9 right now, so best of luck with that as well. We're going to be sending it over to Kobe on the telestrator in just a couple seconds. We had some amazing games today. He's going to break them down for us, and then Jat and Quickshot will send us off for the day. Over to you, Kobe.
All right. Thank you, Riv. I've got a clip for you today that is from the TSM versus Vulcan game. Very exciting game, and this is the last team fight where TSM just take it and they're actually able to win off of the back of this team fight. We've seen so much Ashe in the LCS recently, and this is actually one time when the Ashe Crystal Arrow initiation doesn't pan out for her team because the whole team is actually very far away. TSM are already running before Zuna fires the Crystal Arrow, and it's going to be in full vision of TSM. So it's hard for the rest of this team to catch up and capitalize on this Crystal Arrow. Let's run this at 50% speed, and we can see it in action here. See, everybody for Vulcan is behind now, and the Crystal Arrow does hit Dyrus. Let's pause here. But look, everyone is so far back, and these are not champions that can instantly gap close. They're basically just going to be able to walk this way. We have Bloodwater. The only way he could get farther up would be if he landed a death sentence. But he's just going to be walking. So same thing with Zuna. He's only walking. Nasus, all he can do is walk. They can only get this far. And since Zac is the only one that can actually have a long-range follow-up initiation, and he didn't charge up his elastic slingshot before the arrow was fired, he's also going to be walking. And nobody can really capitalize on that arrow that hits Dyrus, and he's going to end up getting his ultimate off anyway. The other thing that we see here, TSM immediately, Reginald, the sole man to turn around as soon as Ashe Hour hits, he goes straight at Zuna and takes all of the aggression of this Vulcan team back and focuses it on himself. All right, let's roll through this at 50% speed, and we see Reggie, he goes straight in onto Zuna. He gets his combo off, but forces Zuna also to use the Quicksilver Sash. Pause here. So he's used the Quicksilver Sash, and even though Reggie went down, he had a Guardian Angel. And Guardian Angel effectively makes Reggie a semi-tank because these two members of Vulcan right now are going to sit around Reggie, and even Mandatory Cloud comes back as well. So he's going to have 3 members there waiting for him to get back up, which is 4 seconds of time that these DPS characters from Vulcan are not doing damage. So he's effectively a tank too. And that buys TSM time to burn down the actual tanks, Psycho Sid and Smithy. All right, let's continue to roll this at 50% speed. There's the Dyrus ultimate. He still got off, and so there's plenty of burn damage there. And the arrow basically did not affect the TSM all that bad in this fight. Now is the real key here. So we have Vulcan. They've got the first kill, and so they felt like they had the upper hand in this. But they actually have Wild Turtle down in the bottom. He uses his ambush ability to go invisible while he's withered. So pause here. So he's effectively negated that huge CC on him, the Wither, that's the bane of all AD carries because it reduces your speed so much. He spent this whole time invisible so he can come back into the fight with full health. And he times coming out of his invisibility with the repel of the odd one. So they time this at the perfect moment, and since Zuna can only shoot 1 person, they go after Mandatory Cloud and they take out the 2 leftover damage sources of Vulcan. Let's run the rest of this in slow-mo, and we can see Odd One, he used that repel perfectly. They immediately take out Mandatory Cloud, and then Turtle, with the 70% attack speed increase that you get coming out of ambush, murders the rest of the team. So that just goes to show the exciting ending of that TSM game for people who missed it. Basically, stay in school, kids. Don't do drugs. Now we're going to send it back over to the guys at the desk.
Thanks for those fantastic
It's always
words.
good advice.
It is fantastic advice. That was brilliant. Today's 6 games are now in our match history. It is time for us to take a look at the standings. Let's see how everybody has ended up. Cloud9 is still sitting in first place, riding a 9-game winning streak and shooting for the record of 10. Vulcan stays locked in second, and TSM has taken control of third.
And in 4th place, it's a tie between CLG, Curse, and Dignitas, with Team Coast and Velocity rounding out the standings.
And tomorrow we have 6 more great games coming your way, live from Los Angeles, starting with Counter Logic Gaming taking on Team Dignitas.
After that, it's Curse versus Velocity, TSM taking on Cloud9, and Curse battling Dignitas.
And our final 2 games feature Velocity Esports taking on Team Coast and Vulcan facing off against CLG.
The action kicks off on Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Central European Time.
And remember that if you did miss any of today's action, head over to lolesports.com, click on schedule, hit the match details button below the games to watch, and then that does it for week 6 of the North American League Championship Series. From myself, Jat, Riv, Kobe, the entire live broadcasting crew, thank you guys for watching, and stay in school.
Don't do drugs.
Or that either.
Kobe!
Bloodwater to make the move. He deals the cards right underneath. Oh, the Thresh Express is there, but it had a flat tire.
Come. Kill that. Stay close, what?
The Equalizer will be able to go across the front. They lay it down into 3 members. The slicing maelstrom to follow.
Spear gets up. I got him. Hey! Kill Gragas.
Yeah, I do not have help to do dragon.
Is he going to go for Equalizer? Goes down.
Oh my God,
he steals it. He gets the Baron.
Nice. Good shit, baby. Push.
You want me to go back?
Walter still alive. Gets a double kill. Now turning to Psycho Sid. That is a triple kill. Quadra kill secured